Hi, Kimberly Lewis here, your motivational muse. Quiet strength and impact. Why introverts make some of the best leaders. Introverts are not those individuals who need to be fixed or need to be loud or need to be forceful. They have a quiet strength that helps them in the face of all leadership challenges. In fact, as workplaces shift toward transparency, empathy, and reflective decision-making, the introverted leadership style is becoming a secret advantage, one that no longer needs to hide behind closed doors. If you've ever felt like your quiet nature might hold you back professionally, it's time to flip that script. You're not lacking energy, you're redirecting it. You're not avoiding the spotlight, you're focusing it. Leadership is evolving, and introverts are uniquely positioned to lead in ways that resonate deeply and last longer. So here's the case for deep listening. Introverted leadership often begins with deep listening and empathy, not because it's trendy, but because it's necessary. That's silence in a meeting. It isn't emptiness. It's observation. In an area of over-talking, leaders who know how to shut up and listen are rare and valuable. These are the people who track the energy of the room, who notice what wasn't said, who remember what others forgot. In fact, CEOs with quieter tendencies often outpace those extroverted peers when it comes to relational clarity and moral sustainability. Presence isn't always about visibility. Sometimes it's about resonance. Every quiet strength still needs a system. And that's where some systems come into place, like Zen Business, providing scalable infrastructure for leaders who want to stay focused on strategy, not get lost in red tape. For introverts who thrive in a structured environment but resist bureaucracy, these systems simplify back office chaos so the energy can go back where it belongs, to people, planning, and purpose. Sometimes it's the best move, and it isn't louder, it's just clearer. Not every decision needs to be a drum roll. Some just need leaders that are reflective, strategic, and have a mindset that often outperforms the louder counterparts, not by acting faster, but by thinking deeper. This is a different rhythm of leadership. It's slower at first glance, but ultimately more sustainable. It's not reactive, it's predictive. The best introverted strategists notice friction before it sparks, opportunities before they trend. Their value lies in avoiding the obvious and uncovering what others skim past. It's not about being the first to speak, it's about being the one who is worth listening to when everything is on the line. You see, right from the start, introverted leaders often design environments that center emotional safety. That's not softness, it's structure, and it pays off. According to analysis, introverted managers excel at fostering collaboration and innovation precisely because they don't crowd the room. Their feedback loops are tighter, their meetings are quieter, but the thinking is sharper. Safer teams take more risk, and the more risk-tolerant teams build, they build better stuff. Being quiet doesn't mean being absent, it means making space for others to show up fully. You won't always find introverted leaders at the front of all hands, but look around. During a one-on-one, that's where they thrive. Personalized attention, focused presence, no performative fluff. Leaning into regular one-on-one conversations is where introverts pull ahead, by meeting people where they are, not where the spotlight demands. These quieter interactions build trust over time, not through volume, but through consistency. In the world of Slack pings and status updates, the depth of a real focused conversation is more valuable than ever. Sustainable leadership isn't about intensity, it's about rhythm. Introverts instinctively understand the need for recovery cycles, which makes them unusually good at avoiding burnout for themselves and their teams. They tend to be proactive and protective about boundaries. They're sensitive to energy drain and skilled at building downtime into their schedule. This isn't selfishness, it's strategy. When the leader sets a tone for restorative pacing, everyone benefits. It's not about doing less, it's about preserving the capacity for when it truly counts. There's a growing category of leadership strengths AI cannot replace, and introverts tend to possess many of them. These days, patience, nuance, and low ego decision making are becoming increasingly rare and valuable. In an age of acceleration, introverted leaders offer counterbalance with precision, attention, and long game thinking. As AI takes over transitional tasks, human trust becomes the new currency. And who's better equipped to build it than the ones who've been doing it so quietly all along? Leadership isn't a volume contest. It will not be won by charisma alone or speed, or even dominance. The best leaders are often the ones who bring others to focus, who clear the space for better thinking, who offer safety without coddling, who speak so others can step forward. Introverts don't need to become extroverts to lead. They need systems that understand their rhythm, their cultures, and that reward their depth and their opportunities, that honor their quiet strength. You don't need to be loud to be heard. You just need to be leading in the right direction, and people will follow, even if it starts in a whisper.